what is Israel's strategy in Latin America, and which is the importance of Mexico in this strategy? Because I imagine you come also because of the problem of the recognition of the Palestinian State.
Yes. Well, first of all, we view Mexico as one of the leaders of Latin America. So this is why I decided to start in Mexico City. And I believe that Mexico has an influence over many other countries in the continent. I would say that we have a very friendly relationship by and large with most of the continent's countries, except the Alba group. But here I think it's not a problem of Israel, it's a problem of the entire international community, how to deal with Chavez and Bolivia and the other countries which are, I think, not behaving responsibly on many issues, on counterterrorism, on narco trafficking, on proliferation, many issues that we have to discuss. But on the other hand, all the other countries are very friendly to Israel, even though some of them have already made an announcement about recognition of a Palestinian state.
Like Brazil.
Unilaterally, yes. But we believe we can still discuss with them and change their views. It's not going to be easy. We're going to try. Out of 35 countries of Latin America, 15 said that they would support a vote on Palestinian state in the UN, but 20 did not. And the most influential is Mexico, so we still have hope.
Yes, I wish you a lot of success. And in a recent article you asked for the diaspora support. How can Mexico's Jews and non-Jews who like Israel, who love Israel, can help you?
Well, first of all, I believe that the Jewish community the world over has a responsibility, just like as Israel has a responsibility over the Jewish communities the world over. You know, we are one, we will always be one, and not only our history but also our destiny is the same. And of course we respect the Jewish communities. We respect the fact that they are loyal citizens to their countries, but we don't see any dissonance between them being loyal citizens and support to Israel, because Israel is our land, and our traditions and our spirit and our peoples and our Torah is shared by all of us, and you cannot separate the people from the land, from the Torah. These are the three foundations, three pillars of our existence for the last 3,500 years. But we need very much the political support, and especially when there is a campaign to delegitimize Israel, to boycott. This is why it's so important for Jewish communities and also supporters of Israel to combat that. The hatred, to combat the anti-Semitism, to combat all those anti-Israeli movement which is inspired by not just our enemies, but enemies of peace, and I believe also enemies of Western civilization, be it Iran and the Ayatollahs, be it Hezbollah or Hamas, or other terrorists of Palestinians' origin. And I also am sad to say that the Palestinian Authority itself, which is supposed to be our partner to peace, is also conducting a campaign to condemn Israel and to delegitimize Israel. So we need all our friends to counter that, and we can do it. We can do it by spelling out the truth, by reiterating the truth, and we're never tired to do that, even though it's not easy, because they have the numbers, they have an automatic majority in the UN and other international fora, but we have a moral majority. And this is our, I think, our task, is to bring together a group of countries which is like-minded, you know, and we see Mexico as part of it. And we have, of course, the United States, we have many European countries, we have Australia, we have Canada.
You spoke about the United States. What do you think about the Obama declarations and all this noise that have been made about the 1967 borders?
Well, I would like to say that the United States will always be our best friend and ally. There is a very, very strong and special relationship, and that goes beyond who are the leaders in Jerusalem and Washington, because it's a people-to-people relationship. So we'll continue to do that, and we very much respect the administration and the president, even though we don't agree on some issues. But never a disagreement cast a shadow over the entire relationship, which are so strong. So this is also very special, that we are good friends, and among friends it's legitimate to have some disagreements, such as on the 67. Israel will never return to the 67. You know Abba Evan. Sorry. You know Abba Evan, which was a legendary foreign minister. After 67 war, he said that the borders, 67 borders, he called them Auschwitz borders, because they cannot be defendable, and we need defendable borders. But also, this is also something which is important, and you as a Jew will understand, that in Judea and Samaria we are not occupiers. This is our historic land. We are ready to make compromises because there are realities on the ground. But and also to decide before the negotiation is concluded, to decide where will be the border is not the way to negotiate. Why do you have negotiation if you already make a dictate? Also, the border issue is interrelated to other issues of security arrangements, of the refugees, of Jerusalem. All of these settlements, all of these are interrelated, so you cannot just take one issue and solve it. It has to be all put together in a big package. So that's our approach, and I believe reason and logic will prevail at some time. Maybe not this Palestinian leadership, maybe the next one.